Well, welcome back to the next film in the little series we're doing here called Percy's Progress. And the good news is that due to the slight relaxation in the lockdown rules, I've been able to come back up to our training wood, which is not far from home, but it was too far for me to come up during the restrictions. I've been trying to get up every day this week, just doing 10-15 minutes each time, and I've really been working on Percy's hunting. You remember from the last video I was using our local playing field and just the rough grass we had, but this I've obviously been able to come up to the wood now. It's given me a lot more scope. We've got stick piles, I've got lovely rough areas, so I'm really been able to now to develop his hunting and still building up that little pattern. One thing I haven't been able to show you is another little technique that can be quite useful, is especially if you've got two of you. Obviously everything I've done so far is me being on my own, but there's a really good little technique to get the dogs hunting if there is two of you. So I'm just going to show you that to start with. We're going to use this lovely rough grass area. There are a few pheasants about, and so there is a little bit of scent around, but not very much. So really the whole purpose of Percy hunting is going to be trying to find that dummy, which is obviously, when we built that up right from the beginning, that retrieving desire is what enables us now to get to this stage. So we'll just go through this little exercise. I've got Mrs. R out to help me today, and we'll just show you how this little hide and seek technique works. So just to demonstrate this little exercise for you, Deb's going to throw a dummy in, a little fur ball, into this area in front of me. I'm going to let Percy see it, and then I'm going to hide his eyes. Deb's going to come in and pick up the fur ball. Going to give him a minute just to settle, and then I'm going to click him off. And obviously in his mind there's something there for him to find, but it's going to be nice and close to me, and this is a great way of just building up a pattern, but more importantly keeping your dog nice and close to you when they're hunting. When he's been going a little bit, I'll just indicate to Deb, and when he's not looking, perhaps when he's cast off to the right hand side, I'll just get Deb just to throw the ball back in. I'll bring him back across, and he's found something. Again, this creates a habit of them always finding stuff under your feet, not over at a tree or a hedge. So in his brain he's going to start associating with hunting nice and close in front of me. Every time he comes across in front of me, wow, I've found something. So it's just creating that really good habit. I'm going to get Deb just to throw that dummy in, and we'll show you how this works. As we've seen in previous videos, he's steady now to a thrown dummy. So in comes the ball. Hide his eyes. Leave it. Just reinforce that a little bit. Deb's coming to take it away. Wait. Wait. Just give him a little minute to settle, and then we'll click him off. Now you see we've got a really good eye contact there. He's waiting for me to give him that command, and we're off. Now obviously that's the area that ball fell in, and that's where he thinks it is. But you see he's hunting nice and close to me. I've got no whistle on him. Cast him over to the left a little bit, or the right rather, and when he's over this side I'm going to get Deb just to throw that ball in. Wow, it's found something. Good boy. Here, good lad, good lad, good boy, good boy. So the great thing about that, he's got into his little hunting pattern and he's found something in front of me. So just to take that one step further now, here, heel. And just to show that clicking now is really beginning to connect. He's really beginning to connect that with his hunting. No dummy coming in. We're just going to click him off. Now obviously that's where that previous ball went in, but he's not seen the ball land now. And I'll just drop this in a minute. Keep encouraging him there. This is obviously a little bit more difficult. He just winded that. That's where it bounced. Good boy. Again, he's made a find nice and close to me. Good lad. You're keen about that, aren't you? Good boy. Lovely. Sit. So there we go. That's another great little trick, a little exercise to get those dogs hunting nice and close to you, especially if you're in an area where you haven't got much scent. So what we're going to do now, I'm obviously building this up on this grass areas, but also my dogs, I've already mentioned before, have got to be versatile spaniels, so they've got to hunt all sorts of cover. And obviously my neck of the woods down here, we have a lot of woodland. A lot of woodland, so we're just going to go over to some stick piles, and basically we'll recreate this exercise over there and just see how he goes in a little bit of heavier cover. Good boy. So another aspect I've been working on with Percy's hunting is actually getting into working in heavier cover. I've been trying to build his pattern up on the more open areas on the grass. Obviously it's easier for him then to get quite a nice little quartering pattern. But going forward, I'm going to want him to be able to and be quite confident going into stick piles and thicker cover, because ultimately when I'm shooting over him, or even when we're beating, that's where your pheasants and rabbits and your game's going to be hiding. So just to encourage him, and I've left him till, I must say, I've left him till he's about 11 months old. He's had a little bit in some open sticks, but I'm now just starting to encourage him to get into slightly heavier stuff. I've left him to this age really, so he's strong enough and he's got the confidence, but also now he's got the drive, because again, I'm going to start off using these little snipe dummies. They bury themselves in these stick piles quite well, so they're a bit more difficult for them to find. So I'm going to go back to like we did in the last video. I'm going to just sit him up, hide his eyes, leave it, wait. I want him to wait till I click him off. He's heard the noise and there'll be a little bit of scent from that dummy. Good, so that was a nice easy one for him to start with. Good boy, here, good lad. Sit. So we'll make it a bit harder for him this time. Leave it. Wait. Good boy. Okay, we're going to give him one more. Good lad. Oh, my fault. Good boy, one more. Here. You can see how keen he is for this game. Leave it. Wait. Made it quite a little bit harder this time. I put it in a different place. And you can see that desire to find that dummy. He's driving him through those sticks. Good boy. Nice one. Okay. Good lad. Here. Good boy. Right, just to finish off, I'm just going to, as I've said in previous videos, we're just going to do a few little tests. And my test here really is to cast him into this stick pile, get him hunting nicely, and then I just want to test that stop whistle, that sit whistle. We've done it actually in the garden and under quite controlled, almost sedate circumstances, but I just want to see whether he understands what that means when he's got his adrenaline up a little bit and he's hunting. So we're going to cast him off, I'm going to get him hunting, I'm going to hit the stop whistle, and I'm going to throw a fur ball out to simulate a flush. Now I don't do this very often because it can make the dogs quite sticky. But every now and again, like I've said before, you've got to test yourself, see what elements of your training are in place. So we're just going to click him off into this stick pile. Lovely, good boy. Okay, so we've got a nice sharp stop whistle there. He saw that bounce away, so it's quite tempting for him. So there, what we've done there, we've put in a few elements of our training together. You can't do this if they won't sit from a distance at you. You can't do this if they're not steady to a thrown fur ball or a dummy. Just leaving him there for a minute. I don't want to be sending him too quickly. Every now and again, if I do this, I will go and pick that up myself. I'm still making sure that steadiness is there. The other element of this now is, he's now going to start taking my commands with my hands. Now, a lot of people with their spaniels, I see them, they line them up at the side of them like a Labrador and they send them out from the side. Obviously, when you're shooting over these dogs, he might have flushed something there. I need him to stop there. I've shot it over there. I then need for him to go out and pick it up. So I've got to command him from a bit of a distance. And this is a way now, I'm just starting to introduce some left and rights. That's obviously off on the left. I'm really pleased with that. He's nice and steady there. I'm waving my arms about and he's waiting. He knows that dummy's there. I'm not too quick to send him because I don't want him learning to run in. Get out. Lovely. You took that on the left. Nice, easy little retrieve. Good boy. Good lad. Good boy. Here. Good lad. Absolutely. That's where I want it to be. That's the beginning now. I've simulated ultimately where I want him to be. Hunting, stop, flush, retrieve. We've still got a long way to go, but that's some really good progress. I'm really happy with that. You're a good boy, you are. You're a good lad.